Hey, today I wanted to share with you guys something that I think is so cool and something I can't believe that has never occurred to me to do before in my over 10 years of eating raw vegan. I'm kind of mind blown, and that is making my own greens powder. I have used greens powders in my smoothies for years. I use it always for travel when I'm not able to always conveniently get a fresh juice. I will bring my blender bottle and my greens, my powdered greens, and just shake them up a couple times a day so I'm getting all those nutrients. And I can't believe I've never thought to make them myself. And it occurred to me the other day. And so I started doing it, and it's so simple, you guys. It's so amazing. So first of all, what are greens powders? Greens powders are exactly what they sound like, powdered greens. And the more veggies we can get, the more greens we can get into our system, the better. So adding in a greens powder is one way that you can up your intake of all those really valuable vitamins and minerals that we want to be getting. It doesn't replace eating whole veggies, so you definitely don't want to substitute it. But if there are times, like I mentioned, during travel or you're in a hurry in the morning, it's definitely better than nothing. And I think of it just as a supplement. It will supplement what you're already eating. So greens powders are, obviously, you probably already know, commercially available on the market, and they will probably, unless you're really intense, have a lot more ingredients than the one you will make yourself. But mine has some things that I haven't seen in here, and I just think it's a great idea to use both if you can. If you're not able to use one of these, perhaps because you find it too expensive or it's just too inconvenient to get, whatever reason, you can always make your own, and that is worlds away from not having any at all. So it's so easy to make, you guys. I'm gonna show you how. And one of the reasons I'm making my own is because I often have too many greens, or I have some greens that are kind of past their prime, generally, or I will just kind of have an overabundance of them. And I'm doing my microgreens. Can you guys see? They're doing so well. I'll do my smoothie garden update for you guys pretty soon. But they're doing really well. So it was so simple. So I'm gonna move to doing 3 trays. So I'm just guessing that even though I'll be using these in my smoothies on a daily basis, that I will probably at some point or other have excess greens. So what I'm doing is just dehydrating them. So for instance, this week I was using kale in my juices. So I kept some leaves out of the kale. I had some spinach that was a little bit past its prime. It wasn't slimy or anything disgusting yet, but it just was a little bit wilty, and I went ahead and put that in the dehydrator. And then in my farm box this week, I got carrots, and I made an amazing curried carrot soup, which was so good. And I used the greens. They came with the greens, and if you've seen those carrot greens, they're massive. I actually used to get them in the farmer's market. They would just give them to me. So I would come home with a big bag full of carrot greens, and I would use them in my smoothies. And what I'm doing now is I put them in the dehydrator, dehydrated them up with the other greens that I mentioned, and then just stuck them in the Vitamix and blended them up. I also had some extra cilantro. I had so much from my farm box that I couldn't use. So I went ahead and did the same with that, dehydrated and then just blended. I've poured it out, but you can see it's all green. And it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful color too. And this was an empty raw reserve. So I just put it in here. And as you can see, oh my gosh, it smells so good, you guys. It's so strong. So I'm actually so excited to be using this on my trip. I'm going on a little trip on Friday. So I'm going to be taking my own greens powder for the first time. So greens powder is amazing for you. If you don't already know, it increases exercise performance, it lowers blood pressure. This is true for all greens, but if you're supplementing, you're getting more. lowers blood pressure. It's great for immunity, and you're just getting all of those health benefits that you would be getting from eating any extra veggies. So just feeling fantastic. Energy level is a huge one for me. I love doing greens and juices. One of the primary reasons is energy level and just how amazing I feel when I do it. So just an idea for you guys. If you wanted to try it, I would love to hear your experience with it and let me know how it goes. Thanks for listening. Bye.